Good morning, football back on your screens. Will Sullivan back with Hugh here from the NFL Network newsroom. The Browns quickly beginning their search for a new head coach, and that search is leading them to Santa Clara. That's where 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh resides. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reporting Cleveland requesting to interview Saleh, and Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan confirming the request and saying the interview is expected to happen at the end of this week. Shanahan saying he was pumped for Saleh to get the opportunity, calling Mr. and Mrs. Haslam as great people to work for. San Francisco improving in total defense in each of Saleh's 3 seasons. Now, our guy P. Shriggs on this very program first introduced us to Bills offensive coordinator Brian Daboll. Well, now everyone else is apparently catching on, as NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported. The Browns also requesting permission to interview Daboll. He has 19 seasons of NFL coaching experience. Buffalo saw steady improvement under Daboll. He's currently preparing for Buffalo's Saturday playoff opener in Houston. In non-coaching news, Giants quarterback Eli Manning is mulling retirement. Manning spending his entire 16-year career with the G-Men, but it's clear he doesn't want to be Daniel Jones' backup. Nope. No matter how often he flips cups with Jones and Hoboken, Manning on his future.
I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to, just dwell on it and talk to my family and just, figure out what's best for me and us and what I want to do going forward.
Do you think you've got some quality football left in you, Eli?
Well, that's what I'll decide and try to just figure that out. And I think I can still play.
You didn't enjoy being a backup, but if the Giants wanted you to come back in that role, would you consider it?
I doubt it. So, backing up's not real fun.
Manning peppered with questions. Of course, he turns 39 on Friday. He also said coaching in the future is not an option, although he's reportedly an assistant for his daughter's third-grade basketball team. But some uncertainty surrounding Eli, Phillip Rivers, and also Larry Legend out in the desert, Larry Fitzgerald. So those are all things we are keeping our eyes on.
Peter, I'm not ready.
No, look, the Eli Manning, we'll see. Let's do it on his terms. Let's see when he wants to retire. Let's not push him out the door. Let him decide when he wants to retire.
Will, thank you so much. Are you ready
for Eli
to go to Disney?
Yeah.
Experience of a
Nick
lifetime.
Foles on Thunder Mountain, Kay.
Yes.
Here we go.
For that, we have to play out the playoffs. They are coming. There is no better place to watch your team than, of course, in the stands. And you get to go on the field and the confetti and do it all. Ooh,
I thought this was the Disney Parade one.
I know.
Sorry.
That's my fault, too. Listen, it's the playoffs. This is 12 teams chasing the Lombardi. They're in it to win it, trying to make a run, taking one step closer to raising that thing up. But your NFL playoff tickets can be bought today. Ticketmaster.com/NFL to learn more. Let's take a look at Wild Card Weekend, shall we?
Yeah, please.
Here's the deal. Bills at Texans. Titans at Patriots. Patriots playing for the first time since 2009. Kyle, what were you doing then?
2009, I had just started working for Jim Rome. I was a producer in The Jungle.
Then over to the NFC for the Vikings at Saints. We'll see if we see good Kirk or bad Kirk. Kyle's kicking me under the table.
Yeah, absolutely. We got all kinds of stuff going on today. I don't know why that happened.
It's never happened.
Anyway, what a show.
And Seahawks at Seattle, a rematch of, I believe, Week 12.
Yeah.
Anybody consider the fact that Carson Wentz has never played in a playoff game?
That's wild. It's pretty crazy. He's been on the sideline, but never played. You're right.
Crazy. Let's talk about that AFC matchup in Foxborough. The Patriots coming off a surprising loss to the Dolphins Week 17, while the playoffs are nothing new to Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Wildcard weekend, of course, is. So what's the mood like up in Foxborough? Mike Giardi tells us now.
Good morning, Kay. A pretty odd 24 hours or so for the New England Patriots after blowing that opportunity to clinch the number 2 overall seed and, of course, get that first-round bye. Patriot players are telling us they're blessed to be in the postseason. Only 12 teams get this opportunity. In fact, some players never even get the opportunity, and that was the message. Flush that game clean, and according to Kyle Van Noy, start the revenge tour with the Tennessee Titans coming into town on Saturday. Of course, Tennessee beat the Patriots pretty handily last year, but if you follow Van Noy's logic, a win over Tennessee would mean a matchup against Kansas City, the Chiefs beating the Patriots earlier this year. And then, fast forward a week after that, it would be the Baltimore Ravens, who also beat the Patriots. Of course, Van Noy didn't want to mention those teams, but merely suggesting the revenge tour means it's somewhat on their minds.
Kyle Van Noy, their Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. Giardi, thank you. Tom Brady had this to say about the loss to the Dolphins yesterday. We had plays, I certainly did, that I should make, and I didn't make them. That's why you lose games. This week it has to be more concentration, focus, determination, attitude. Everything has to be at its top this week. We have to get to a great place where we're confident, trusting, and going out there and executing at our highest level. This, of course, brings us to a little believe it or not.
Yeah.
You're about to hit one of those.
I know.
Aren't you?
That's right. Hit her out of the park.
Saw that. Believe it or not, Tom Brady, Peter, should be taking heat for the Patriots' offensive struggles. Is it all on him?
No, do not believe that. I think Brady's actually played fairly well when he's had a second to throw and he's got guys to throw to. I think this comes from March, April, June, July, August, and not getting Brady the weapons he needed to compete this year. When Rob Gronkowski decides to retire and you do not replace him with any tight ends on the roster, you've got to make a move. When Antonio Brown and Josh Gordon are both released and you don't add a receiver, something has to happen. And Mohamed Sanu, I don't know what that second-round pick ends up being, but that one looks to be a bust of a trade thus far as we head towards the playoffs, as Sanu has not stepped in and played that role. I don't think Brady has the weapons. I don't think any quarterback will be able to win with what he's throwing to. And I know Eagles fans would say, yeah, but what about it? No.
It's true, though.
Different deal. It's not true, because this team has always been based on Brady having those guys. And to say, hey, Tom, just all of a sudden in 42 years old, be the man to do it all, I can't imagine. You can't be throwing to rookies in big games and expect him to just be Brady.
You know, I've said plenty of times on the show that one of my best friends is Deion Branch, former Patriot.
You love Deion.
And Super Bowl MVP. He's close friends with my family. His wife is close to my wife. Kids are close to my kids. He's in town. They're spending New Year's here in New York, and he's staying at the house. So last night, instead of us relaxing and enjoying some college football, I'm just peppering him with questions. I'm like, Deion, so what's going on with your Patriots? Is it Tom Brady's fault, or is it the wide receivers? Is it the offense? Do you think that Tom Brady's going to retire? He's like, Nate, relax, chill. Stop asking me so many questions. But what I did find out from him is that Tom Brady loves to have confidence in his playmakers. And what happens when Tom Brady drops back this year is a lot different from years past. To your point, Shrakes, if Tom Brady is feeling pressure, right, there's a blitz, and he knows I can take this hit just in time to let this ball go, and I know Gronk is going to catch this rock, even if there's two dudes draped on him. He'll take that hit. He'll let that ball go. This year, what we're seeing, just a little bit of pressure, and Tom Brady is hesitant because he's thinking, man, is Jacoby Myers going to catch this? You know, is N'Keal Harry going to bring this down? Is Mohamed Sanu, is he going to move the chains on this first down? And even in certain plays, in certain instances, he just throws it away. I've never seen Tom Brady get rid of the ball faster when it comes to throwing it in the dirt or throwing it out of bounds. And I know that is because of his wide receivers and not having confidence in them. For me, Tom Brady's just saying this because he doesn't want to put too much blame on his wideouts at this point in the year. Just imagine if Tom Brady, the GOAT, the best quarterback of all time, comes out and says, we just don't have the wide receivers. We don't have the playmakers. Do you know how shattering that would be to their confidence going into the biggest moments of their lifetime this postseason? So he's saying that because he wants to shoulder the blame, but in reality, he just doesn't have the confidence in his pass catchers.
Peter, you have any Super Bowl MVP staying at your house right now?
I was going to say.
No? Desmond Howard's shacking up in my guest room. It's fantastic.
Deion Branch bring his own
it's pretty incredible.
His own toothpaste and shampoo or what?
Use his own loofah. Peter, you laid out how they don't have any players and all that, and we beat the Dolphins. You're 13-3, and you got to bye.
I know.
Just beat the Dolphins.
I know.
The fault of this lies exclusively in Week 17. They blew it, guys. And honestly, I'm looking at Bill Belichick. They weren't ready to play that game. They were not ready. Even afterwards, Matthew Slater was, we weren't prepared. We weren't ready emotionally. All their good players from Chung, Edelman, Gilmore, they laid an egg, guys. You win that game, we got to bye, we'll get right, we'll do the linebackers, the fullback thing, we'll be ready. Week 17 was everything, and I think their coaching team staff did not have them ready. I do.
If Brady doesn't throw that pick six, do they win the game?
Yeah, probably.
Very likely.
Yeah. His first one ever against the Dolphins.
I love Tom Brady. You guys know how I feel about Tom Brady, but if we're going to give him the majority of the credit for the 6 championship rings that he has, then he has to shoulder some blame on this.
Sure.
If he didn't throw that pick six, they would win. I know it's not just about him, but we're like neglecting to put any blame on him.
100%. I don't think he looked ready to play either. Nobody on the team did. And I think that might actually work in their favor this week. I think this will be the most motivated.
Van Noy calling it the revenge tour. You're the defending champions, the revenge tour. But that's what they inspire themselves with.
I will say a bright spot's their run game the past couple of weeks, like Landon, whatever. You put them on the map for me, and since then they've been running a lot more. So it'll be a more balanced attack, and they're going to need it against the Titans. Okay, we've had some serious footwork on.
Yes,
Sunday.
That's right.
Yep.
Get a little